look, I think to get a sense of kind of how big Yandex is and its impact on society as a whole, you kind of have to imagine U.S. firms like Google, Amazon, Spotify, and Uber sort of all rolled into one. We're the leader in search, we're the leader in ride sharing, and so on. And so the impact that we have on consumers and society is much, much greater than one would have. And over the last years and months, it became clear that there's more and more concerns about things like data sovereignty, around things like protection of IP. I think the same issues that sort of impact a lot of folks around the world. And we came out with a restructuring announcement, which we put out to our shareholders yesterday, and the vote should take place in about a month, and we hope that shareholders will be very supportive of that. And I think the share price reaction is reflective of relief that there's been a solution that really balances the interests of all the different sides.
You mentioned there are concerns about some of these issues, and more specifically, there's been some legislation drafted by someone in Moscow looking at ways to force this upon tech firms, including yours. My understanding is that legislator has now said they might withdraw or even amend that legislation. And if that's the case, why would you pursue this kind of restructuring?
Well, obviously, the legislation that you're referring to is still in very early form, in draft form. And I think our goal was to be proactive and try to come up with a solution that really does kind of balance the interests of all the different sides, the interests of the shareholders, the interests of the company, and the interests of the sovereign, if you will, of the Russian government. So we think this addresses all of those concerns, and I think the very strong price reaction yesterday is kind of evidence of that.
Sir, but just to bring it back to addressing all those concerns, you mentioned the sovereign, you mentioned the shareholders. What about consumers? I mean, what is this impact? What is the likely impact going to be on the people who actually use your services? What is it doing to enhance consumer data protection?
So the way that this Public Interest Foundation works is it creates a subcommittee of the board of directors, which has oversight over any changes to our data policies and has oversight of potential sales of data, public user data to foreign entities. And so in that case, I would say that their protections are actually enhanced by the creation of this Public Interest Foundation.
Hi, I'm Joanna Bersecci, and thank you for watching. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more from CNBC International. Thank you for watching.